Joy Gurudev students. Today is the last part of respiration. So today the part that is the transport of carbon dioxide. Okay. So the carbon dioxide from the cell diffused into the blood in exchange with the oxygen of blood under the normal resting condition. 100 ml of blood that receive about 3.7 milliliter of carbon dioxide. It is transported both by plasma and by the hemoglobin of blood. About 70% of carbon dioxide is transported in the red blood cell RBC and 25% carbon dioxide transported in the plasma. So here with the diagram, this one is clear that both transport of carbon dioxide actually take place in the three way, and the first part is as carbonic acid. Okay, this one is carbonic acid as a carbonic acid. So about 7% of all the carbon dioxide is transported by blood as a carbonic acid, which is formed by the dissociation of carbon dioxide in water. You just see in water from cell, dissociation of carbon dioxide in water. Each deciliter of blood transport about 0.3 ml of carbon dioxide in dissolved form. So carbon dioxide plus water in low partial pressure oxygen in the tissue and with the presence of enzyme, that is carbonic anhydrase in RBC, it forms carbonic acid. Okay. So this one is the first part. Now the second part, as bicarbonate of sodium and potassium. So about 70% of carbon dioxide is transported from the body tissue to the lungs as a sodium and potassium bicarbonate. Most of the carbonic acid formed inside the RBC, that is erythrocytes, dissociate into hydrogen. So that one is dissociate hydrogen and bicarbonate. This part is bicarbonate. So this one is actually HCO3, bicarbonate part. Okay, ion, and most of the bicarbonate ion diffused into the plasma. So this part is into the plasma, diffused into the, that is plasma, and to maintain the, that is equal amount of chlorine, maintain the electroneutrality and equal amount of the chlorine ions diffuse inside the RBC from the plasma. This exchange of, that is bicarbonate of RBC and chlorine of plasma is called chloride shift or the Hamburger shift, and actually it is on the name of Hamburger in 1918. Now in the another part, as a carbaminohemoglobin, about 23% of carbon dioxide is transported as a carbaminohemoglobin, which is formed by the reversible combination of carbon dioxide with a terminal uncharged amino groups of globin part of the hemoglobin. Its formation is favored by high partial pressure carbon dioxide and low partial pressure oxygen at the level of body tissue. Okay, so these are the three way. Now what are the reasons for the release of carbon dioxide? That one is carbon dioxide, why carbon dioxide is released. So first part, it is less soluble in arterial blood, and according to the JBS Halden, combinations of oxygen with a hemoglobin produces oxyhemoglobin, which behave as a strong acid. Hence, as more and more oxyhemoglobin is formed in the lungs, it releases more hydrogen ion, and which decrease the pH of blood. The release of hydrogen ion combines with a bicarbonate ions forming carbonic acid, which soon dissociate into carbon dioxide and water in the presence of carbonic anhydrase enzyme. And another point, high partial pressure oxygen level favor the separation of carbon dioxide from the carbamino oxyhemoglobin. Now, see this part, how to control respiration. There is a two way to control the respiration. One is nervous control, another one is chemical control. Okay, in nervous control, inspiratory center, that one is inspiratory center, and it lies in dorsal wall of the medulla oblongata and stimulate the inspiratory muscles to control the normal rhythm of respiration. And another one is pneumataxic center, and this one, it lies in the upper part of the pons. So this one is actually part of the brain, upper part of the pons, and when stimulated, it increases the rate of respiration but decrease the depth of respiration, so causing evaporation from the respiratory membrane. Okay, and next one, that is this one is apneumatic center. It lies in lower part of the pons, Okay, it promotes inspiration by sending excitatory signals to inspiratory center of the medulla. Inspiratory center, you just see the nerves, inspiratory center of the medulla, though it is connected. Now, chemical control, that is, it is due to the carbon dioxide concentration and oxygen concentration gradient. Already I have discussed that one. Besides that, I will give you the sum of the disorder which is related to the respiratory disorder known as respiratory disorder. One is asthma, all of you know that one. Then inflammation in respiratory tract, and then another one is occupational respiratory diseases. So in the occupational respiratory diseases, actually totally based on the occupation, that is those who are that is work in a different factories. So that one is silicosis, asbestosis, co-poisoning, oxides of sulfur. So you will get, that is photograph of that note.